Hi everyone, good morning. Thanks for joining me today. And yes, it is morning, so I apologize about the brightness in here. I get full sun in the morning coming into my workshop, but it is just too darn hot during the day to go ahead and tape, and nobody wants to see me taping in 100-degree weather, and to be honest with you, I don't want to do it either. So anyway, I also might have a little sound effect in the back there, some little birds chirping. So wish I could control my environment all the time, but that's just not gonna happen either. So just bear with me. Gonna get to the video, how to prep your piece of furniture. It is so important that you prep your piece of furniture, because if you don't, your paint job isn't gonna come out as nicely as you want it to. So your paint job is only gonna be as good as your prep. So let's prep it the right way. I know this is super basic stuff, but for some of you that haven't done this before, you need to know this. And I wish that I had some videos that I had looked at when I was starting, because I had no idea what I was supposed to use. I pretty much just thought, oh, I'll just use water and soap. No, don't do that. So that's why I'm here today, is to show you what to use. So I'm gonna go over the product that I use to clean and prep my piece, and I'm also gonna show you when there's a chip in the wood, as part of the prep, you can fix that. So don't be scared off if you're going to buy a piece of furniture and it's got some dings or dents or some deep scratches in it. We can fix that with wood filler, and you'll never ever even know it was there. So the first thing I do, this beauty behind me is going to be my next project, and I'm super excited for it because look how gorgeous it is, even in this state. So you can see where in a couple of spots down here, I've already done my wood filler, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you one of the drawers up close so you can take a look and see what it looks like. I've also sanded the top. This one's gonna get a stain. So what I do before I prep my furniture and clean it for paint is I make sure I do all the dirty work first. So I do all my sanding first and all my wood filling, and then it's ready to be prepped. So the thing that I use, and when I'm talking about wood filling, if you're not familiar, is this drawer here had a big chip on the edge there. And I took my wood filler, I filled the chip, let it dry, and then I just sanded it out with a fine grit sandpaper. And you want to use 220 or 400, just something fine that's not going to put any deep scratches into the wood. And you can do it by hand. You don't need an electric sander for that. So don't think you need to buy all these expensive tools. You don't. This is the easy one. So you're just gonna sand that by hand and it's ready to go. So now you're done making your mess per se. You wanna go ahead and get your piece ready and clean for paint. So the thing that you're gonna use, oh, and you know what, let me show you. I didn't tell you what I used for the wood filler. This is what I use, Elmer's wood filler. I have the huge industrial tub because I use a ton of wood filler. So they do come in smaller sizes. You don't have to buy this huge one. I just do a lot of projects, so it comes in handy and it's the best investment for me. You need a putty knife and the wood filler. And all you simply do is scoop that wood filler onto the putty knife, put it on your ding or your dent or your chipped piece, and you just swipe, and that's it. You let it dry and you sand it off. It's super simple. If you have more questions for me on that, feel free to contact me and I can help shed some light in that area if you're a little fuzzy about, I'm not exactly sure what to do. You won't ruin it, put it that way. But you might have some questions and you can reach out and let me know. So getting to the product that I use to actually clean and prep my pieces is Krud Kutter. This stuff is awesome. It's a cleaner and degreaser. You can get it at your local hardware store. Not very expensive, I guess about $7 or $8 a bottle. It'll last you a while. So I use this for everything and it is the best. They do make different products, but I have just found that this stuff works the best. So I stick with what I know. What you're gonna do is you apply it liberally, because a lot of times these older pieces do have buildup on them. Sometimes it's dirt, grime, dust, spilled drinks, furniture polish. This stuff will get it all off. Sometimes you gotta use a little more elbow grease, so don't be afraid. It will not hurt your furniture, I promise you that. I wouldn't use it if it did. So you're just gonna take it, I spray directly onto my piece, take my rag, and I just, with a heavy hand, again, you're not gonna hurt your piece, so don't worry about it. You wanna get all that grime and shine and whatever's on there off, and I'm gonna show you. Yuck, right? It's really not yuck, but it's just a buildup, and we don't wanna paint right on top of all that stuff, because what's gonna happen is that paint, although it might go on okay, it's not gonna last okay. And we want our pieces to be durable and last, especially if we're selling them. right? Because that's a representation of our work. So make sure you do the prep. That's the super, super most important part of the job, and your piece is going to come out phenomenal. So if you have any questions or comments, you feel free to give me a ring or a message, and I'll get back to you. You know how to get a hold of me, and I hope you guys have great luck with your project, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching.